A woman lovingly adorned herself because her husband, who had been away in the army, was returning home after 8 years. Excited, she ran to the door wrapped only in a towel. But as the man stepped inside, she realized he was not her husband. In panic, she grabbed a frying pan from behind and struck him on the head, knocking him to the ground. When the man gave her the news, she couldn't believe it. But then he showed her a photograph of her husband. Seeing that, she was forced to accept the heartbreaking truth, and she clutched the will to her chest and began sobbing uncontrollably. At that moment, the man took her hand, gently removed her ring, and slipped a new one onto her finger. He then told her that he was her husband's comrade, and before dying, her husband had made him promise to take care of her and become her new husband. But for the woman, it was too much to bear. She had just learned of her husband's death and wasn't ready to accept anything. She threw the man out of the house. After he left, she completely broke down and wept bitterly. She drowned herself in alcohol to forget the pain, but instead, it only deepened her memories of her husband. Meanwhile, the man stayed just outside the house, determined to keep his promise. Suddenly, there was a sound of breaking glass inside. He rushed in and found that the woman had tried to cut her wrist with a broken bottle. Thankfully, she was drunk and the injury wasn't too deep. He immediately took her to the bathroom and bathed her in cold water, which brought her back to consciousness. As soon as she regained her senses, she asked him to leave again. But now the man knew she might harm herself, so he firmly refused to go. Eventually, she agreed and let him stay. When she came out of the bathroom, she saw that the man was wearing clothes just like her husband's. Tears welled up in her eyes. Slowly, she walked toward him and rested her head on his back as if he were her husband. Then she poured her heart out. How she never got to see her husband one last time. How she never got to kiss him goodbye. The man gently touched her face and kissed her, like saying one final goodbye on behalf of his friend. After that, the man started living with her, taking care of her every day. They would wash dishes together, read books, ride bicycles. When she felt sad, he would try to cheer her up by giving her flowers. Gradually, the woman realized that she had fallen in love with him too, but happy days were short-lived. One day, dressed in his army uniform, the man came to say goodbye. He had to return to duty. The woman tried to stop him. She said she had already lost one husband and she couldn't bear to lose him too. The man reassured her that he would definitely come back and said, "Take care of yourself and wait for me." They kissed one last time, and as he left, she watched him go with a silent vow. She didn't know when they would meet again, but this time, he would surely return alive.